Okay, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking about some potential transfer news regarding Roberto Firmino, the last of the three amigos. We saw one leave in Sadio Mane going to Bayern Munich, and we saw the other in Mohamed Salah signing a new 3-year contract for £350,000 a week. Now, the last of those three amigos, Roberto Firmino, is being linked with a potential transfer away from Liverpool this summer. He is the forgotten man in that Liverpool team, and one which is a shame. Fans love Roberto Firmino. He is a cult figure with the club, and it is a shame if he does in fact leave Liverpool this off-season. Now, it is claimed that Liverpool are ready to sit down with Firmino to talk about his future at Anfield. Now, I think that there is going to be some talks about a potential contract because Firmino still can play a major part with Liverpool, especially if they move to a 4-2-3-1 formation this off-season or this coming season, with him playing perhaps as a number 10 behind Darwin Núñez rather than as an out-and-out striker. So I still think that Firmino can play a major role at Liverpool. He only has 1 year left on his contract and is still valued, according to Transfer Market, at £28 million, or roughly thereabout. So this is a player who still, like I say, has a lot to offer. He is 30 years old, like Salah, like Mane. He turned 30 back in October. He'll be 31 actually, within the first quarter of this new season. So the age does play a part here in the factor in with Liverpool potentially wanting to move on Firmino. Now, it is said that Firmino is possibly going to go to Juventus. This is the idea that's been put out there by the football media, that Firmino would join Juventus and Liverpool would be interested in a swap move for French midfielder Adrien Rabiot, which, I'm going to say this again, I've said it before about Rabiot, I think any links to him to Liverpool are absolute rubbish. He signed for Juventus on a free transfer back in 2019. So again, it's one of those things where I say, why would Liverpool be interested in Rabiot when they could have potentially signed him on a free 2-3 seasons ago? I don't really buy these connections. Now, I know Liverpool are going into this season with the current midfield that they have, and there's a lot of talk from fans and from pundits that Liverpool do not have the midfield that they need. So this is an easy connection to make, that Liverpool would be interested in allowing Firmino to leave and to bring in a midfielder. But again, I don't think that Liverpool are as interested in Adrien Rabiot as these reports indicate, because Liverpool are eyeing up 2023. They're looking at one player in particular, and that's Jude Bellingham, who would be available in 2023 from Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund do not want to sell him this offseason. They've already sold Erling Haaland. They want to keep some continuity. They're really going to be pushing for the Bundesliga title and to stop the reign of terror that Bayern Munich have had over the Bundesliga. They want to keep him, and I don't blame them. Bellingham is a target for next season when Liverpool finally do address their midfield situation. Klopp, according to all reports within the club, is happy with the way that the team is right now in the midfield area. So Bellingham would be the target in 2023, which means that Liverpool do not need a player such as Rabiot at the moment to come into the team, because all that would do is muddy up the waters. And the idea is that this season, Curtis Jones will hopefully step to the next level, which we've not seen him do. Harvey Elliott will hopefully get back to the player he was before that terrible ankle injury at Leeds last season. And if he had not suffered that injury, he would have continued to be pretty much Liverpool's first choice midfielder ahead of Thiago, which he had been up until that point. So I don't buy these transfer talks, these links with Rabiot coming to Liverpool. Now, I do think that Firmino could leave Liverpool this season. If Liverpool could cash in on him for around £20 million, I think that the club would be very happy to allow Firmino to go, because of the three amigos, Firmino will turn 31 on October the 2nd. He had a very diminished role with the Liverpool team. He played 20 Premier League matches, scoring 5 goals and tallying 4 assists. Overall, Firmino appeared in 35 matches and tallied 11 goals and 5 assists. So decent stats for what he did over the season. He was the team's 4th leading goal scorer, but there were times where Firmino just didn't get much playing time or wasn't playing at all. If you look at the end of the season, after January the 28th, Firmino only appeared in 9 Premier League matches due to injuries and just being left on the bench. He missed games due to a muscle problem and a foot problem. And if you look at those last 9 games that he appeared in, he only completed a full 90 minutes in 3 of those games. Now, Liverpool did have the addition of Luis Diaz, and they had Sadio Mane still at the club. Liverpool have already replaced Mane with Darwin Núñez, and so the playing time for Firmino could still be limited this coming off season. But it should be noted that when Firmino did play, or he did come on the pitch, he did make a difference. We can go back to that Champions League final when he came on towards the end, and he really started to help Liverpool find their footing there towards the end. He picked up a goal in the final game of the season against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League, playing only 20 minutes. So Firmino, again, probably would have a diminished role at Liverpool, mainly playing as an impact sub and playing in cup competitions. But he's a player that I think Liverpool would be foolish to let go unless they got a good fee for him, £20 million, with him in his last year of his contract. Rabiot, as part of a swap deal, I think that is a terrible move by Liverpool. I think that would be a massive mistake. I don't think Rabiot would be a player to make a big impact at Liverpool. And again, he would just be a stopgap if Liverpool are interested in actually signing Jude Bellingham next summer. If we look at Rabiot's stats from last season, he played 32 times in the Serie A for Juventus, no goals, 2 assists, and in total he played 45 matches for Juventus, tallying 3,358 minutes, and tallied 2 assists, no goals throughout the season. Again, Rabiot is a good player, but I don't think he fits into Liverpool. I don't think he's the type of player that Liverpool need. I think keeping Firmino or selling Firmino and signing another forward would help out. But in the end, I would rather see Liverpool keep Roberto Firmino for the final year of his contract and then either let him go on a free next summer, re-sign him during this season for perhaps another year or another 2 years. Now, back in 2015, Liverpool signed Firmino from Hoffenheim for £36.9 million. So he cost quite a bit for Liverpool, but that was offset due to Raheem Sterling leaving the club, which enabled Liverpool to go ahead and add Firmino. And if you remember back that far, Firmino didn't really make an impact until Jurgen Klopp came in and he saw Firmino in training and molded the team to where he could use Firmino as a number 9 or a false number 9. Under Brendan Rodgers, I don't believe Firmino was getting much of a look in back then, and he was let go a few months after Firmino arrived from Hoffenheim. All right, guys, so what do you think about Firmino possibly leaving Liverpool this season or this summer and the addition of Adrien Rabiot in a swap deal between Liverpool and Juventus? I don't see this happening. I don't see Rabiot coming in. I don't care about what the reports say right now. I don't think Liverpool are in the market for Adrien Rabiot. I think that they're going to be waiting more towards next summer for Jude Bellingham. And if they signed Rabiot right now, it would just muddy the waters of what Liverpool want to do in the future. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, you can find my social media handles also in the descriptions. Guys, thank you so much for everybody who has signed up, or I should say subscribed to the channel as of late. It's been great to grow this. We've really put we've been really putting up a lot of videos over the last month, and it's been great to see your response with the comments, the likes, and also with the people subscribing to the channel. So thank you so much. Help me grow this channel to be something more. I really appreciate it, and I just want to keep providing some good content for you guys every day possible. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon here on Liverpool Reds FC blog.